Okay, Arya. So we're looking forward to a new ISL season, which begins in 2 weeks' time.
Of
3 weeks'
course.
time. What are you looking forward to most this season?
Well, I'm curious because the turnover in players transfers in Indonesian Super League is absolutely high. Those players, so the stars who used to play in one team is now signed with another team. So practically every team is a brand new team, and Liga Indonesia is very competitive. You never know who's going to win at the end of the season. So it's going to be a very competitive season.
Last season was pretty well dominated by Persipura. Do you think they're going to find it as easy this time round?
No, it's not going to be easy for them because they were, by a lot of the teams, a lot of strong teams were unable to host or to hold their home matches in their respective home or cities. However, that is not going to be the problem this season. So it's not going to be, a very easy season for Persipura to win it as last year. Plus, they also lose some of the stars who was so instrumental last year in the name of Ernest Jeremiah Chukuma. However, they are still going to be the team to beat this season.
All right, a lot of the news recently has come about the Singapore lads coming over here and having a go. Players like Noel Amshar, Ridwan Mohammed. How do you think they're going to get on this season in a totally new environment for them?
Well, it remains to be seen. We know that they have qualities. Singapore, obviously, they have won one Tiger Cup and one AFF Championship, which is, practically the same tournament. However, it remains to be seen. We don't know the quality of S League before compared to Indonesian League. Obviously, Indonesian League or Super League is a lot longer than S League. You travel quite, a distance, to go from one city to another. It's going to be different for the Singaporean lads to come here and, try to make a name for them. I have no doubt that they are quality players, and I'm sure, they will do well.
It's also a little bit more physical here. I mean, Singapore football is like, after you. I mean, there's very little in-your-face stuff. Noel Amshar could really thrive here.
Yeah, well, the difference between Indonesian league and in the region. And I think, from what I've seen from the performance of the national team, I know that Noel Amshar has got a big fighting, very important, very crucial for his season in Indonesia.
So we talked earlier about Persipura, but do you think any sides are likely to spring a surprise this year? And if not, maybe the ISL, but putting a good Copa Indonesia run?
Well, I think, it comes down to preparation. I know some teams, have really pushed it very close to the season, really serious about going into the season. In my opinion, Persema has got preparation for, heading into the season. And they've got some quality players, by the name of Robbie Gaspa. Also, Jairon is joining the team. So they're going to spring, in my opinion, they could spring some surprise. They could break into top 5 or top 4 this season.
Wow. I know we've talked in the past and you've always been a big fan of the setup at Persela. They've got now quite an interesting new coach in there and they've made a few interesting signings. Do you think we can see much from them this season?
Zada, I think it's going to be very crucial. I know that Widodo, the coach, when the A license test, during the A license examination, he was one of the graduates from the examination of AFC License A. So, that tells you about the quality or the potential of Widodo, which we know that he was a great player of Indonesia. And Zada, of course, he's a quality player. He's Brazilian. He played in Europe. He played in big team in Brazil. Of course, he's going to be a very important player for them this season.
Touch briefly on on Persima Malang. There's 3 other promoted sides, of course: Persebaya, Surabaya, Persisam Samarinda, and the other one. Who's the other one?
PSPS Pekanbaru.
That's
as well,
the one. Yeah,
Pekanbaru. 4 teams.
How do you think these guys are going to get on in the new season?
Well, Persema, I'm sure they will do well. They will do more than just surviving in the big league. Surabaya, whether the foreign players will gel with the local players. I know that up until now, the foreigners to come and rejoin the training. PSPS Pekanbaru, we are not too familiar about them, but we know that Premier Division, they've got a quite strong striker in Herman Suma, one of the top strikers in Divisi Utama. So he could make the difference for PSPS Pekanbaru.
So we've been watching the Indonesian game for quite a few years now, and you got a bit of background in it.
Sure.
Easy question: who's going to win the league this year?
Oh, yeah, that is not an easy question. However, it's not gonna be a two-horse race. Yeah, I know it's gonna be. I feel that it's gonna be between three teams: Persipura, Sriwijaya. The other one would be Pelita Jaya. Could also spring some surprise. They've been very
Interesting you say Pelita. They've been keeping a low profile for most of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah, but they've been well prepared. They've got some good signings, and then they maintain, their good players from last year, and they've basically they've got a really excellent under 21 team, and I heard that Fandi Ahmad have promote some of the younger teams into the first team. Of course, we know that their under 21 won the Super League last year.
Okay, the other guys are Percy Sam Samarinda, who made a lot of high-profile signings early in the season.
Well, high-profile signing doesn't mean that it's going to get you titles. Of course, they made quality signings. They're almost have balance in of their lineup. I'm sure they're going to do well as well. But it comes down to the big teams. Persipura are going to be there. Sriwijaya, very long preparation for the upcoming season. Of course, you never rule out teams like Persib Bandung and Persija, who are full of stars. Like I said earlier, this is going to be a very interesting and very competitive season. Plus, now we have Asian players, who come and join our league, Singaporeans, Australian, from different countries. So it's going to be a very interesting season.
Yeah, Percy Sam Samarinda, of course, have been linked with a few Thai players, including most recently Pipat of Thai Port. So it could be lots of fun.
Yeah, of course we know the quality of the Thai players. I mean, we have got some Thai players in the past. Paitun Tiapma has been playing very consistent in his very many seasons with Persijap Jepara. Thai players, I mean, they're dominating in the region, in Southeast Asia. Then they've got some qualities to go beyond Southeast Asia. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see them.